Hello everyone, I am Surabhi. I'm a master teacher with this school, and today I'm going to speak to you about simple ways of creating positive vibration, high vibrations in your space with the help of the angelic beings. So, when I say the angelic realm, I'm going to be talking about all of the beautiful beings that belong into the angelic realm. So we will be looking at working with the dragons, the angels, the unicorns, and I'll also share a couple of my favorite prayers and things that I do in my own life to bless and prosper my home. So I always feel this, and we know this, that even my house feels like it has its own living, breathing energy and a heart of its own, and it does tend to absorb the emotions that we express and whatever is going on in this sacred space where we live every single day. So it is so important to make sure that the energies are clean and that we are living in a space which has great energy hygiene. So I speak about creating rituals because in a simple way, a ritual is a conscious habit. It's a very intentional habit that we create to get some result, right? So it's a very result oriented conscious habit. And as with habits, it is something that we need to do repeatedly for it to have more power and consistency. And this is something that I teach in a very simple way, whether it is the students that I'm teaching for the school or even as a coach. There are three basic things that we need to do in all aspects of our life. The first R is release, second is replenish, and third is repeat. So it's simply a matter of releasing, replenishing, or blessing, or bringing in what we want and repeating that. Okay, so there are certain things you could repeat daily, certain things you could do weekly, monthly, yearly, and you can decide the pace depending on what results do you really need, right? So I'm going to be sharing different ways and rituals and beings that you can work with in your home every day. So let's start with the cleansing. Okay, so before you even start to work on your home, your energies need to be balanced and grounded and protected and safe and clear. Okay, so always work on yourself first, and once you have done that, I like to do this cleansing of my home in the morning, because I like to do the important things first and get them all done and sorted. So I think really a good place to put this in your daily schedule would be probably right at the start of your day when you work on yourself. That's a good time to work on your space as well. So first is to cleanse, and I love to do this. I'm gonna with the dragons, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it a little simple today. And the dragons that I work the most with are the air dragons, and you can ask them to come in and blow out any lower or negative energies from your home. Okay, and these could be thoughts, these could be energies, this could be anything that carries a lower vibration, and they can do this very effectively. I know there are ways that we cleanse our home, right? We can use smudge sticks, and we can chant mantras, and we could spray some sacred water around the home. But with the help of the angelic beings, you can really, allow them to take over and do this for you, and they can really add their power to this in a way that you really can't. So it amplifies the effect. So I like to call in the air dragons and to blow out any lower energies, and they do this around the house as well, not just your home, but all around your home, and then they can also bring in positive energies. They can blow in positive energies into your space. I like to work with the water dragons to ask them to bless the water in my house, the water that I drink, the water pipes, and also you could bless the water in your building, in your complex, so that the water that we drink is safe. And because the water dragons carry the beautiful Christ light and energy, they really can uplift the quality of the water that you drink. And because we are also made up of water, and we bring these beautiful vibrations every time you drink that water, you bring that energy of Christ light into your body. So I think that's a really beautiful practice. And as water is something that we consume in so many ways, it's really nice to get it blessed and cleansed by the water dragons. You can ask the earth dragons to bless the ground on which your house sits and the surrounding areas. So as I was talking to you about the rituals, now there are certain things that you can do daily, certain things you can do weekly, and this really depends on how much time do you have and what is the energy of your home. If it is like a positive and uplifting energy and a time in your house when everything is in a nice flow, then you can kind of do a lot of things weekly or monthly. But if it's a challenging time, or if you feel I really need to cleanse the energies more in this point of time, you can do these things daily. Personally, I will share with you what I do every single day a little later in the video. And I also love to work with the gold and silver violet flame dragons, and it's really my favorite thing to have them fly around my home and ask them to keep the energies and vibrations clear in my space. So this is something that I really love doing. And coming to archangels, Archangel Michael is my go-to archangel, and I call him and his dragons to be around in my space. I do this especially when I'm away. Maybe I'm on a holiday, or if my house is locked for a longer period of time, I like to place him and his dragons on all the doors and windows of my house, and so that the energy is safe. And then coming to the part of replenishing. Okay, so for replenishing, it could simply mean bringing in what I want to bring in. So once we have cleared that space, and I really feel working with the dragons is especially powerful in clearing any dense energies, because they can really come very close to us, and they exist from the fourth dimension and upwards, right? And the elemental dragons are actually much closer, right? So they can really work very, very closely with us in shaking up the energies. And so then once we have done the clearing, we have cleared a space, we can bring in what we want to bring in. We bring in positivity, we bring in higher vibrational energies. You can do this by blessing your home, and so the dragons that I love to work with in terms of replenishing the energy or blessing my home, my most favorite one that's always in my home is the peace dragon. And you can invite the peace dragon to come and live with you. And this dragon really harmonizes your relationships and brings a quality of peace and harmony into your space. And you will really feel a difference. So I invite you to ask the peace dragon to come and live with you and observe how that energy feels in your home. I also like to call in the rainbow dragons, and they're also beautiful, and they have beautiful uplifting energies that I love in my home, and I call upon them to add their light into my home. For replenishing or bringing in the energy, I also turn to the golden light of the angels. So this is something that is so super simple and easy, where you just ask the angels to pour in their beautiful golden light into your space, into your home. And every time that you breathe in this light of the angels, it is uplifting your energies, your vibration, and bringing alive within you all of the angelic qualities of love, compassion, kindness, and joy. And it's really beautiful to have this light in your home. And then you can also call upon the unicorns to add their light into your home. And you can switch this. If some days you can work with the unicorns, some days you can work with the angelic light. And I especially like to also send out blessings to everyone who enters my home. So whether it is my house help or anybody who comes into my home, I send them blessings. I send blessings to my family, to each and every family member, with the help of the unicorns. And this is a part of me, just uplifting the energy. And I always say that whoever enters my home carries the best of intentions and good vibes. And I will talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the video. Sometimes when I want to really amplify the fun factor in my house, I do call in the fairies and ask them to uplift my home energy with their joy and their energy. And it also helps if you have a sacred space in your home, right? So it could be a very small shelf somewhere where you have space, or it could be like a full-blown altar or a room in your house. Most of us we do have like places where we put all our god and goddesses, so you could enhance that space as well. So it's really nice to have a sacred space and to amplify the energy of that space. You could create an altar and invite the angelic beings to be in your life, always remembering that they can only come and work with us if we ask them to come and help us and be with us. They cannot do it on their own. So this this kind of a ritual or a practice really allows you to call that energy into your life. And also you can create a beautiful fairy garden in your home. And the more we invite this energy and we engage with this energy, the more this energy can really exist freely in our space. Then so these are the ways that I like to replenish the energy in my house. And then the third step is repeat, right? So that means that we need to do this every day or every week. You set that intention and pace and do it. So what is more important is that we do this consistently. And in this manner, when I do this every single day, and I see that the energy in my house is flowing, it's not stagnant, it's beautiful, and it just happens quickly because I'm not like waiting for the energy to accumulate before I start clearing it. So it's really nice if you can do this, if you can create some practice that you do every single day to bless your home. So I'm going to share a couple of rituals now with you that I implement, and I want to illustrate to you that you can actually work with all of the angelic beings together, and they work beautifully together. You can work with the dragons, you can work with Mother Earth, you can work with the angels, you can work with unicorns, the masters, and you can really choose what you call in depending on what you need, right? What your intention is. Does my home need more love energy, harmony, or does it really need more of cleansing right now? So depending on what you really need, you can bring in those beings to come and bless your home. So what I do every single day, that's what I'm going to share with you now. So I do this even when I'm not home and I'm away, and I can simply do this wherever I am in this world. And so first, after I have worked on myself and my energies are nice and clear and balanced, and I am in my power, I then call in a ball of reflective white light to enfold my entire house within it. And this light reflects away any lower energies, and it could be thought forms, it could be anything that does not carry a high vibration. And I set the intention that energies that carry the divine light and purest of light can only enter my home. Okay? And then within this beautiful ball, I place the cosmic diamond violet flame. I love working with the cosmic diamond violet flame because this is a flame of transmutation, and it will transmute any lower energy into a higher vibration, or the highest vibration of love. And it also carries Archangel Gabriel's ray of purity. And I love working with Archangel Gabriel, especially when it comes to clarity and purification. This Archangel is amazing. So then I place the cosmic diamond violet flame within it, and I know that everything is being cleansed and purified within my space. I then sometimes I ask the angels to pour their beautiful golden light into my space. And as I am breathing in this light, it is working on me. Every second that I breathe in, this light is working on my energies, uplifting my energies, and helping me maintain a really high vibrational space. And then I like to, ask the unicorns to come in, and I send blessings to all my family members. Sometimes, I do this practice for my other family homes, for my parents' home, and you can do this for them as well, so that your gift to them is a really high vibrational space and energy. And then I like to place either Archangel Michael, or I like to place a shield of white light on my main door, and with the intention that whoever enters my home leaves behind all the lower energies and steps into my house with pure love and good intentions and good vibrations. And then I also send blessings out to everyone who's connected to me, who's either working for me or comes in contact with me. And I also like to place the 4 mighty archangels, and I have been working with them ever since the day I got to know about the angels, right? So the 4 mighty archangels, so Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Uriel. And I ask them to be present in their respective directions. So Michael is in the south direction, then Uriel is in the north, Raphael is in the east, and Gabriel is in the west. Okay, so if you don't remember this, it's absolutely fine. You could just say, I call upon the 4 mighty archangels, Archangel Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael, to be present in their respective directions with their respective feminine counterparts, to bless, prosper, guide, protect, and oversee my home at all times. So I love placing them there, and I love the way they hold the energy. And of course, they bring their blessings and their attributes into your space. And then if there is any specific energy that I want to call in for that particular day, I do that. And as you do this, you will very intuitively be able to tune in to the beings that are around you that you need to call in. So I really tune into my intuition and I call them in. Okay, so this is one of my, my ways of cleansing my home, uplifting the vibrations of my home every single day. And I like to do this right in the morning, and then before I go to sleep, once again, I kind of do this and I bless my home so that I'm safe as I sleep, and so is my family. So you could really, decide to do this if you want to do this twice or once, and go with how you feel guided. Sometimes I also like to place, I like to work with Isis and place her platinum pyramid around my home, and I fill it with her energy and her light. And sometimes I love to work with Mother Mary, and I ask her to bring her aquamarine light and place it around my home. So, really, depending on the being that you wish to connect with, you can bring them in. And another way that I like to work is to actually first visualize that my house is completely surrounded in purest of white light, and then I see a beam of that white light go down deep into the heart of Gaia, right into her heart center, so that I'm deeply connected and I can receive her nourishment. And I visualize a beautiful pink light coming up through this column right into my home and completely enfolding my home into this light. And then I send this beautiful beam of white light all the way up to the source or heart of God. And I see that, a rain of blessing is coming down and absolutely enfolding my home, this blessing from the source. And then I can place this beautiful green light of Archangel Raphael around my home, bringing abundance consciousness and perfect health and well-being as I breathe in this light. And I like to then call in the 4 archangels again in their respective directions, and then any other beings that show up, I invite them in. So these are some of my favorite ways, and I also want to share with you something that you can do weekly. So these are things that you can do every single day, but I like to do something weekly as well whenever I have more time and space. So you can work with the rays. So I particularly like to work with ray 3 that carries the pink color of cosmic love. So you could create a simple invocation or a blessing like this. I call upon the Elohim of the 3rd ray to immerse my home in the pink light of cosmic love. I ask that this brings tenderness to all my relationships, and as I and everyone in my home breathe in this light, it is bringing forward open, loving heart and energy in all interactions and expressions. So be it, it is done. So this is a beautiful way to bring this energy in, but remembering to start with cleansing and then replenishing or bringing in whatever you want and repeating this process. And this would really anchor high vibrations in your home, for longer periods of time, and you will feel a difference in your own energies as well. And before I go, I have a short, a cleansing prayer or intention that is also something you can use weekly or as you feel guided. So here it is. Any energies that are not of the purest light and intent, that are carried in by others through thought, energy, words, collective consciousness, are reflected back. It cannot enter my home, my space. So be it, it is done. So I always say that writing things in your own word with your own energy, your creative energy, is so much more powerful. So I hope that this has inspired you and given you a powerful framework to create very high vibrations and maintaining this beautiful angelic energy in your house. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching. And I would love to hear your comments about what your takeaway could be from this talk, or what are the ways that you create high vibrations in your home.